I used to think that the menial stuff wasn't important. Can I call myself an entrepreneur? I don't know. I project my insecurities and my judgments much too easily. Oh my goodness. What do you want to say, Stellan? I've got a very happy baby next to me. He's sitting in the car seat because that's what works for us. He's comfy. Yeah, and he's got a lot to say. I love you, my big boy. I promise the noises were happier earlier. All right. I have no idea if I'm going to get any time to do any of this. I have no idea if any of my thoughts were worth sharing, worth recording. And now I'm nursing. But if I've learned anything in 4 years of uploading to YouTube, it's that in order to be sustainable, you can't overthink what's worth sharing or not. Welcome to my bedroom. I realized I don't have to do all of my talking from the dim light and poorer quality of my computer. I can also do some talking from my phone. Whilst I tidy up this area of tissues and milk-crusted rags. I just listened to a video my friend Kamga Chasa made about a better perspective than asking yourself, how would you spend your last day if you had 24 hours left to live? It was like a better way to frame that is, what if you had 10 years to live? What difference would that make in how you live your life? And it was really easy. I didn't have to think about it for too long. That I would do the exact same thing that I'm doing now. If I had 10 years, or if I had, I don't know, how old am I? Coming up on 40 plus years left to live. Because my family needs me now. I would be doing what I do with Morton of trading off on jobs and teaching our kids and being there for them. And it just made me think back to how, where's the lid? There it is. The joys of, this lid. You need to be so strong. But it brought me back to this old mentality that I had back when I was a young thing. That the menial stuff, I used to think that the menial stuff wasn't important. Now I know, like, if it's not done, if the dishes aren't done, things aren't picked up, it doesn't feel good. It feels bad. It feels overwhelming. So, cleaning up the kitchen is important. I had this funny thought as I was attempting to tidy up my space and just doing all the things I can do while my little guy sleeps. And the thought is, are entrepreneurs prima donnas? It's funny because I feel like the word is kind of lofty, and I don't really, can I call myself an entrepreneur? I don't know. There's a boomer mentality. There's this mentality, and not to put down all boomers. There's this mentality of, what? You don't want to be miserable? What? You think that basic human rights are deserved? You know, there's this cruel subsection of the population that thinks that people who are poor should be punished on the basis of their poorness, that they must not have tried hard enough, and that you shouldn't enjoy your job, you should just hate it and struggle through, because that's what I did, that's what my dad did before him, and that's what my mom did before her. You know what I mean? I think that it's just done a lot of damage because it's made people like ashamed, embarrassed of their dreams, like unable to acknowledge what they're good at and what they could really see themselves doing. The trap of capitalism is you are stuck into so much debt that there's no chance of even dreaming. Man, this world, this freaking capitalism sucks so bad. It's like the whole, oh, money doesn't make you any happier. To a degree. If you have $60 billion, $90 billion is not going to make you any happier. But if you're just wondering how you're going to pay your bills from one month to another, having enough to do that would definitely increase your happiness level. I used to not have great self-esteem, but I think it also is kind of a part of culture where some cultures were raised in, where if you say what you're good at, acknowledge what you're good at, people think you're boasting and you need to just chill. But I don't like to hear anybody talking down on themselves. I would rather hear people talk up on themselves every day. Tell me in the comments what you're good at and how you rock. Tell me what you would do if money was no object. What your dream life would be. I want to hear that. I think sometimes we don't let ourselves try things because of the idea we have in our head of what that looks like, and I'm not that. Like, it's like a YouTuber. Some people would think YouTuber, they think influencer, they think try this cream. I use it every day. I don't know what I'm doing. But they think of this perfectly coiffed person who's selling products and who's acting like their life is perfect and it's not relatable. Some people, when they think of a YouTuber, would certainly never think of a robe wearing mom with no makeup and hair I forgot to brush again. While reflecting on this video, I had to record this because I realized I sound like I think that I'm better than people who are going for an aesthetic and there's nothing wrong with enjoying products and wanting to sell them because people are trying to make a living doing what they love and what they're good at. I project my insecurities and my judgments much too easily. But I am growing in observing that about myself. So, I think examining the label could be the thing. Okay, I'm going to Google what is an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Definition. A person who sets up a business or businesses, taking on financial risks in the hope of profit. Many entrepreneurs see potential in this market. Similar words: businessman, businesswoman, business person. That about covers it. That just makes me think of this crazy Facebook post my friend shared that she works at a high-end floral shop in Nashville, and this mega church sent 2 orders of flowers. And the cost of these flowers is more than I make in a month. The only part of that I don't resonate with is the taking on risks in hope of profit. And I don't know, fear of success, For me, being an entrepreneur means choosing happiness over profit, which is maybe not the best mindset, but I'm working on it. I'm happy when I get an editing project. It gets me out of bed. Especially if Stellan is sleeping, And then I'm like, yeah, I have something to do, something that's fun, something that supports my family. And yeah, after PayPal takes its cut, after Swedish taxes takes its cut, it's still something. It's still something to support my family. Hot. But I'm also happy on days when I don't have an editing project and I can enjoy the simple pleasures of reading the Animorph books while I'm nursing Stellan. Like these books that I had as a child that I haven't read in forever. I found that the author made them all available for free in PDF. So I'm reading them on my awesome Kindle that my amazing friends sent to me. Oh, there's so many good things in life. But, and I believe this very strongly, there shouldn't be billionaires. That shouldn't exist. A person's living shouldn't be dependent upon the exploitation of others. And it isn't possible for billionaires to exist without many others being exploited. So, yeah, there comes a point when it's like, okay, dude, you're not making a living anymore. You are just being a leech and you need to be taxed a heck of a lot more. Because poverty shouldn't exist. Lack of education and access to clean water and healthy food and a living wage shouldn't be unattainable whilst other people have 97 yachts and are eating monkey brains. I don't know. And now for a medical update. Da-na-na-na-na. Hey! I had another checkup to really see if my stitches and everything was healing up and doing what it's supposed to do. And it is. It's on the right track. So that's really exciting. So we found out that there were some misunderstandings of information about what really happened the time of the delivery. So I did have purposeful episiotomy stitches. Doctor's like, yeah, I did those. But the problem why he couldn't be delivered the natural way is the suction device that they used, that they tried to attach to his head and then like suck while I pushed, couldn't suction to his head properly because he had too much hair. You had too much hair. Look at that luxurious hair. He's worth everything. And if he doesn't look exactly like Morton, I mean, am I right? You look exactly like your papa. Soon as this camera comes out, he'll be smiling and cooing. And then the camera comes out and he immediately goes straight-faced. No fair. So when I think about my fellow entrepreneur friends, I don't see them as prima donnas. I see people that genuinely want to take what they've learned to make the world a better place and to help people the way that they have found help, and that want to be paid for it because, yeah, we stinking need money to buy stupid stuff like food. That's why I would never begrudge a YouTuber for having ads or being sponsored because, you know, people gotta eat. It's not greedy. There's a lot of free content out there. I have not been paid anything for any of the work I've done on this channel. It's so hard to grow. It's so hard to find your people, to see how you can leave your mark, how you can connect with who you're meant to connect with. I'd love to get more editing jobs. I'd love to connect with more people. I love that I'm able to do that and fit that into my life of being with my kids. So I do count myself very lucky, blessed, whatever word you want to use. It's been a long day. If I knew that tomorrow was the beginning of my 10 years left to live countdown, I would be doing what I'm doing now. Working to better myself, working to learn how to regulate my emotions through a wonderful community, such as Dan McPherson's Dreams Are Real, and investing in those friendships I've made over there. I would be struggling and working through my faith and that journey, and reading books and learning about racism and Bible being taken out of context and our connectedness and the ego and all that fun stuff. I would be reading to my kids and making their snacks and being there how I can be there for them. I would be going into nature and looking for beauty and writing poetry and gluing junk and sewing derpy bags and doing all the things that I love that are creative, that bring me joy. I would keep these things in motion. I would continue to make YouTube videos for the rest of those 10 years. Wanting to put special emphasis into what is going to be meaningful, what is going to leave some positive mark on the world. And yeah, feel good about that. Well, I feel like there was a common enough thread to these random thoughts, and I guess I was able to put them together into something. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. Hugs! Nostrils of death.